Zone weather with meteorologist Jeanette Calle.
So Jeanette, you've been tracking this storm since last week, and now it's coming our way, and we can expect it this afternoon?
Yeah, better chance for San Antonio when it comes to the storms will be after 4 o'clock this afternoon up until about 9 o'clock this evening.
Okay.
And that's with a dry line that's going to be approaching us from the west. But then we could see even more storms overnight tonight through early tomorrow morning.
And then maybe next week, right, when everyone's traveling?
Sunday into Monday, it looks like a second system comes through and produces even more rain. I mean, we haven't had this many rain chances lined up in quite a while. Very important to stay weather aware because our weather will be changing in an instant. So we do have a weather alert day today. First off, the storms this morning will be mostly out west, already seeing some of that activity between Valverde County and Edwards County. For San Antonio, the timing for us again after 4 o'clock this afternoon, specifically between about 5 and 9 or 5 and 10 this evening. Highest flood risk will be out west, but we can't let our guard down here in San Antonio. Remember, Bexar County is under a flood watch as well. That goes until early tomorrow morning. Some of the strongest storms could produce high winds and even hail, at least small hail. I want to point out that there were some thunderstorms a few hours ago that hit primarily the western hill country, and we're looking at rainfall amounts over 3 inches just to the west of Kerrville. At one point, there was a flood warning for western Kerr County. There is the potential for a few to several more inches of rain before this is all said and done. So flooding a big concern. Flood watch. This means flooding is possible in these areas, and that's through 6 a.m. Friday. Won't be surprised if that does get extended a little longer into a Friday morning. This is where the highest risk for flooding is. That's from Del Rio to Rock Springs, including Camp Wood. A lower risk closer to San Antonio, Hondo, and up towards Bernie. Now, there is a level 1 marginal risk for strong to potentially severe storms. This is where we could see the risk for wind and hail. Here is a look at the clouds and radar picture. Plenty of cloud cover from San Antonio to the north and west, not so much to the south and east. You'll see a few raindrops out there in the next hour or two, but things will continue to stay pretty active between Del Rio and Rock Springs. Here's a closer look at live power Doppler radar. These are showers and storms that are slowly drifting off towards the east, some of that now getting into far northwest Kinney County, most of which is north of Brackettville. This is all being driven by a big upper level disturbance that's now closing in across the desert southwest, the Four Corners region. Ahead of that, there will be a dry line that develops out west just after lunchtime, and that line of storms will then get closer to San Antonio and the I-35 corridor late this afternoon into the evening. Now, this morning from San Antonio to Bernie, New Braunfels, and points east, isolated to widely scattered showers, maybe a stray thunderstorm, but it looks like it's going to be most active out west. Could see another area of thunderstorms developing in Valverde County after 7 this morning. Here's the line of storms that will get going just after lunchtime between Del Rio and Edwards County, pushing farther east towards Kerrville, Bandera County, Uvalde, perhaps south of Eagle Pass by 4 o'clock this afternoon. That will tend to weaken as it progresses farther east, but can't rule out some of those storms closer to San Antonio. And then with the cold fronts coming in overnight, more strong to potentially severe storms from Kerr County to Bandera County right around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll have to watch between 3 and 7 a.m. here in San Antonio and New Braunfels. It'll all clear out by midday Friday. This is how much additional rain we could see across the area. Again, you can see that bullseye across Edwards County. That's the area that could pick up over 2 inches of rain. Here's your Thursday forecast for San Antonio. 30% rain chance this morning, 40 at noon, and then climbing to 50, 60% late this afternoon, early this evening, 40% tomorrow morning. Then it clears out. Here comes a second storm system that could bring us more rain Sunday into Monday. Thanksgiving Day, as of right now, looks dry, but it does get a lot cooler. Here's the extended forecast for everybody else. Make sure you have that 4Zone weather app.